The Power of the Dog is a movie that's out on Netflix right now and is directed by Jane Campion and stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, and Cody Smith-McPhee. McPhee, right? Yeah. Guys, I'm going to tell you this straight up. This movie is it's a little bit hard to get into. It's very dry for the first 40 minutes or so. But it's got the appearance of a film that the artsy people will jump onto and say, oh, hey, this is something that's got to be recognized for its artistry and awards considerations. The cinematography is very well done. The acting, Benedict Cumberbatch plays this rancher who is trying to hide his... Is he trying? Yeah. He's trying to hide his sexual preferences, and he's buried it under a lot of anger. And I think for the most part, everybody will recognize that Cumberbatch does a fairly good job at this role. He's got to be one of the standouts. I like Kirsten Dunst, and I like what she was doing in this. She played the gentleness well enough. But Jesse Plemons, his acting was just so wooden. His face never moved. And his his portrayal was just kind of like, I don't know why you set this character up so much in the beginning if you're just going to leave him off at the end and focus more on Benedict Cumberbatch's character. I don't get it. It's a story choice. The way that the story is told is a little bit different. It's told in these little sections, in these chunks, and that's going to throw a lot of people off. As I said, it's very dry. It's something that I had to force myself to continue watching a couple of times. But it's got some interesting choices in there with the acting, and the story overall is trying to say something about things don't always appear what they seem to be. And especially that comes into play with the son, played by Cody Smith-McPhee, Kirsten Dunst's son from a different marriage. Things don't appear to be what they exactly seem, and it really has to do with the ending. And there's like this metaphor scene where Benedict Cumberbatch is talking about shadows in the mountain, and certain shadows look like a dog's head, right? Or a wolf's head or something like that. And I sort of guess that works for his character as well, because he's this mean rancher, this macho rancher that also is not what he appears to be. Guys, it's one of those things that is going to be up for awards kinds of things. So if you want to see that simply because of your due diligence, check this out. The acting from Benedict is worth a look. The ending, I think, is going to be something that a lot of people will talk about, but once you actually start to think about it, it's one of those endings where it's like, well, it wouldn't really work out like that. Things would have been a little bit more messy because it just too coincidental. Yeah, I liked it though. It was an interesting choice. It's just I felt like we were building towards this big climax scene where Benedict Cumberbatch's character would just come out sort of and just, hey, this is make his big scene, but that never happens. It doesn't happen. I think some of the editing choices too, because of that, will jar people towards the end. So guys, The Power of the Dog is on Netflix. Let me know what you thought about it. I would say give it a shot if you are curious about people talking about it and its awards buzz. But yeah, give yourself some time to try to get into it, because it's not easy. The Power of the Dog. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below.